What is up, everyone? This is Sam Teresa with Suplexes, and today I'm going to review Payback 2023. So, to begin, I will go through the matches, and at the end of the video, I will give you my overall thoughts on the entire show. So, to kick off the night, we had Trish Stratus battling Becky Lynch in a steel cage match. Now, this match in the beginning, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be a good match. But eventually, it did pick up in the end, and I think it was a good match. It was a good way to end the feud. Zoe Stark helping Trish Stratus, or trying to help her win the match, but she failed. And overall, it was a good way to end the feud. I get a little bow tie on the feud, you could say. And at the end, Zoe Stark turns on Trish. So I think this was a good match, honestly. Uh, I'm not sure if I like this one or the Night of Champions one. Both of them were pretty stellar, but I believe that now Trish Stratus is going to leave after putting over Zoe Stark, perhaps at Fastlane, or more likely Survivor Series. But anyways, after the match, Becky Lynch had an interview where Tiffany Stratton, the NXT Women's Champion, confronted her, and it seems like they're setting that match up. So personally, I would rather her fight Rhea Ripley. I think that's where the money is at. But this is still okay to me. Anyways, the next match on the show is LA Knight versus The Miz. Wait a minute, John Cena came out. He cuts his usual shtick promo about Payback and he's the host. He's never been a host. And then he says he's a special guest referee. And this guy does the weirdest job at being a special guest referee. Like his counting was so off. 1 minute he'll do a 1, 2, 3 fast count. 1 minute he'll do a 1, 2, 3. Like it took him longer to say 1, 2, 3 than it did when he was cutting the promos against Roman Reigns. But anyways, this match was alright, but it was pretty weird because we had John Cena as the ref all of a sudden in LA Knight and The Miz. It's supposed to be a personal rivalry. Now John Cena's interjecting what's going on. I don't know. That's pretty weird to me. But anyways, it was an alright match. And LA Knight wins. And Cena raises his hand after saying respect, respect, respect. So, anyways, that was an alright match. I still think Trish and Becky was the best so far. The next match we had was Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory. Now, this match was okay, but one thing that distracted me, that took away from the match, the freaking cinnamon toast crunch. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a thing for luchadors to like cinnamon toast crunch, but Rey Mysterio's advertising it a lot in his matches. But anyways, okay match. Rey wins, celebrates with LWO. So thus far in the show, some pretty random things are happening. First, we got a random shocking heel turn from Zoe Stark to Trish Stratus. Next, we got John Cena as a special guest referee. And now we got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now, the next match on the show was for the Tag Team Championships. And this was my match of the night. Now, for me, this is a 4.5, 4 3/4 star match. It was everything you could want from a street fight. If you have the WWE Network or Peacock, if you're in America, I recommend you check this one out. It had everything you could ask for. It had pops for the town, which is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with Sidney Crosby and Mario Lemieux jerseys that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn wore. It had nuts spots like Kevin Owens jumping off the guardrail, a nasty looking swanton bomb to Dominic Mysterio, the legend in the business, Dominic, that is. But, anyways, amazing match. Amazing. And Judgment Day won the titles. It was a 5-on-2 situation. We had JD McDonough, who has the head that is as large as Lord Farquaad's. We had Rhea Bloody Ripley. We had Dominic. And then we had the two actual contestants, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. But anyways, a lot of close calls. I was really cheering for Sami Zayn. Pal Driver was really cheering for Finn Balor, and they went at it in the closing scenes of the match. It was intense, and although I was really enjoying Sami Zayn and Kevin as champions, so despite them having only one good story, which is the bloodline, so I guess that's pretty damn good. That might be enough for some people, but I don't know. I think Kevin and Sammy, honestly, those two are probably top five for this year. I'd put Roman Reigns, MJF up there. I'm not sure who else, but they're definitely top five to me. And what a great title change! Because the main event of WrestleMania, they won the match. They won the tag titles. That match, by the way, I believe is the match of the year. I thought Dom Ray, but looking back, I think the tag title main event of night one is the best match of the year. So, anyways, what a good way to end their title reign. And after this match, I believe it occurred after, we had the Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes and Grayson Waller. But I'm gonna talk about that at the end of the video. Stay tuned. I have an idea. So let's go to the next match. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World Championship. That title looks beautiful, I noticed tonight. I think it's the best looking title in WWE right now. Anyways, this match didn't hit. It wasn't it. Like after the car crash, the amazing car crash is too negative. This was a great match, the tag title match, but after that, this match was not good. Like Raquel Rodriguez, she hasn't been anything special lately, but like really, I expected a lot more from this. Rhea Ripley wins though in the end. I sorry, I burped or hiccuped. Like I said earlier, I hope that Becky gets to fight Rhea Ripley, but uh, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Rhea needs some good competition. She needs that one match that solidifies her title reign, because we got the Charlotte Flair one at WrestleMania, but that was the beginning. That was Rhea's moment. We need that big feud for Rhea Ripley's championship reign. I think it could be against Becky Lynch, but even more so, I think we should run Bianca versus Rhea for the women's world title at WrestleMania 40. That's where I would have it go. But anyways, not a good match. But now we got the main event, and I can tell this match is gonna be divisive. Sorry. So on one hand, you have a pretty slow paced match. Seth Rollins hyped it up. He said we might get Nakamura from the Tokyo Dome, but it was a pretty slow paced match. On the other hand, it was a pretty good story they told. The whole back injury for Seth Rollins that he's had for years. It might not be legitimate, it might be legitimate, we don't know. But, anyways, what a great story. Seth Rollins playing up that injury to a T. But, anyways, Nakamura had like 80% of the offense, but at the end of the match, all of a sudden Seth Rollins wins. Now, long term, yes, Seth Rollins is a better person to wear the flag of Monday Night Raw and bear it around. But I think, based on the story they're telling of Nakamura threatening Seth's family, his livelihood, his championship reign, I think we could have done a little month or two of Seth versus Nakamura with Nakamura as the champion. They could have had Nakamura win and then lose it back to Seth at Fastlane or Survivor Series. But still, I think this match was good. It could have been a lot better. I think the Survivor Series 2018 match, I believe. I believe they fought at Survivor Series 2018. If you're in the comment section, if you know the answer, please fact check and let me know if I'm right. But that match I remember was quite a bit better, but this one was still good. Nakamura finally main evented a pay per view. This is the first pay per view that the World Heavyweight Championship is main evented. We know it's because Roman's not on the card, but still, that's pretty cool. And now I'm gonna talk about the Grayson Waller effect. In that segment, so Grayson Waller, Cody comes out. They like to do the generic segment type of thing. A heel tries to egg on the baby face. But then Cody all of a sudden he talks about the brands NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and he announces that Jey Uso has come to Raw. Now, this may seem like a little thing because Jey Uso, I don't think he's winning the championship. He could be Gunther, probably not. He's not beating Seth for that title. He doesn't have anyone to tag with unless Kevin has to leave. Then maybe him and Sami could win the tag titles. But a bigger thing to me is if Jay got traded to Raw, question number one, why would Cody hear about it? Question number two, is anyone getting traded to SmackDown? I believe that Cody Rhodes is coming out and he is going to be on SmackDown now. Because look at his direction. They didn't set up any rivalry with Cody Rhodes. He kind of just stood on the ramp and looked at Jey Uso. He knows something we don't know. And I think that if Cody is on SmackDown, if this is going on, because it would make sense. Because why would Jay tell him that he's coming to Raw? That doesn't make too much sense. Jay hasn't interacted with Cody Rhodes properly before. So I believe that perhaps we could get Roman Cody as soon as maybe Survivor Series. And if that is the case, do I think Cody's winning at Survivor Series? No, he's not. He's winning the title at WrestleMania 40. He's gonna take Roman's title there. But I believe that having another match in between to reignite that story, to get people back behind him, could be beneficial. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Payback overall, it was a mixed show. The highs of the show, I would say, is the tag title match. I enjoyed that. And the cage match. The lows of the show, I would say, is Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley. And the Miz LA Knight match didn't quite live up to expectations. But even that was alright. Like the Theory rematch, I knew that wasn't gonna be anything too special. But anyways, like Seth and Nakamura, that was a good match. I'm not gonna remember it in a month. I'm not gonna look back. Anyways, those are my thoughts. If I were to give this show a star rating, I would say 2.5 out of 5, right down the middle. It was good. It was alright. Somewhere in between there. Anyways, this has been Suplexus. See you later.